I've got games, so many games, I don't know what to do with all the games. And if you just want to chat, let's talk in bits and bytes, cause I'm down like that. When I'm at the Goodwills or when I'm checking Craigslist, all I'm thinking about is my NES. It's just something I do, it's like the passing of time. Without further ado, let's end this rhyme.
What's going on, everybody? It's me, Justin, aka Goodwill Hunter, and I'm back with another pickups from last week that I shot on Friday, and I just completely did not like how it came out, so we're gonna go and redo it right now with an addition from today that I actually picked up. Well, actually two things I picked up. So yeah, it was Friday last week, and I decided that I was gonna go and see the Video Game Trader, and I had something that I wanted to see what he would offer me for, and I'll let you all in on it at the end, because I'm still looking to possibly get rid of it, but I'm not really sure at this point. If there's no interest, then I might just hold on to it. But I went up to the Value Village and the other Goodwill up there before going to his store, and I went to the Value Village, and they had like some PS3 games, but they were like Tiger Woods and like NBA 2K 2012 or something like that. Couple of little Nintendo games, but you know, they're sports like RBI baseball. So that was kind of a bust. They didn't have any cables or any consoles. Actually, no, I take that back. I went into the back of the store, and they did have a bunch of cartridge games for Nintendo 64, but they had like 5 of them. They were all, come to find out, wrestling games. They had a bunch of Xbox and PlayStation 2 games, but again, they were all sports games, because no one likes fucking sports games. They need to just fucking throw them out, get rid of them or something, because they're still trying to charge like, you know, $5 a piece. No one's gonna pay $5 a piece for a fucking sports game. So I left there, I went over to the Goodwill, and I actually did find 3 items. One of the items that I passed on, though, was a sealed copy for the PlayStation, the original PlayStation, of Tomb Raider Last Revelations. It was the greatest hits, but it was still, you know, it was sealed, but I already had it for the Dreamcast, so, I mean, the Dreamcast is better, in my opinion, as far as graphically, than the PlayStation 1. So I decided to pass on it because they wanted $5 anyways, and it's only a $5 game to begin with. But I did pick up another Eidos game that, unfortunately, I already had on the Dreamcast 2, and that is Fighting Force 2. I remember playing the first one. It's not a bad game. You know, I spent $5 on it, and that's probably $3 to $4 more than I should have. So this I'll have to hold on to, and I don't know, find someone who wants it. Yeah, here. Call this number right now. Look, it's only 95 cents a minute, but you can maybe ask them where the hell I can find someone who wants this game. 95 cents a minute, that's crazy. So, yeah. Oh, and there it is. There were a lot of games there that were from Eidos, too, so I don't know if it was like some sort of like a store or something, or someone that was really into Eidos games. Because here's another one that I picked up that was an Eidos game. I think there is a port of it on the PSP that I just saw Metal Jesus Rocks do in his second PSP Gems video. And the game for the PSP, which I believe is the same as this one, but just different, is called Chili Con Carnage. This one's called Total Overdose, The Gunslinger's Tale in Mexico. It was an Eidos game. It also says that there's a bonus disc. The bonus disc is actually for Tomb Raider Legend. It's the first look. Then it just comes with, you know, the Raider. I guess it's kind of supposed to be like a Desperado or Once Upon a Time in Mexico. You know, your over the top action, and I don't know what, but I've never. There's a lot of games on the PS2 that I obviously have never heard of, but this looked like it could be fun, if not entertaining. I don't know how many Mexican games or Mexican-themed games are on the PS2. Maybe you're gonna comment below. Let me know if there's any other. The last one, I fucking hate the anime series. I hate what they did, but it's a well, you don't find it too much, at least I don't. I don't find games like this. It is a Bandai game because it is obviously an anime game, so Bandai are, you know, they have to have fucking their stamp on every single anime transition to fucking game. So it's no surprise that they got their fucking hands on Gundam Force Showdown. Or, I'm sorry, I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's SD Gundam Force for stupid dumb Gundam Force Showdown, because when they turn them into like little, oh look, they're little happy little robot people, they totally fucked it. They're giant mechs like Voltron, alright, with badass weapons. They're not little cute cuddly little sprites, alright? God, they always have to fuck everything up. But yeah, so I bought it. I know, it's a guilty thing of mine buying it. I love anime and I love video games, so when they put anime and video games together, it's like, oh, it's a no-brainer, I have to buy it. Yeah, it's a condition. So after that, I went to the video game trader, and he had a couple of things in his $1 bin, which reminds me, I have to go get the other thing that I forgot. So we're gonna cut right here. And I don't know how I could have forgotten that, because that was like a no-brainer. Because, you know, it's 5 things from the bin for $5. So, alright, you know, I'm looking through the Nintendo games. They're all crap. You know, I've already seen them all. They're, you know, I mean, they don't change too much. Maybe once every couple of weeks I go there. There's something new. But he had some strategy guides. So I decided I would pick them up if they were only $1. And some of them are actually pretty cool. The first one, I remember actually getting this. I don't know if it came pre-bundled with the actual magazine. I think we bought this separately, but they were selling it at the convenience store. So I can't remember if it came pre-packaged with it, or if it's, you know, you could buy it by itself. But it's from GamePro, and it's GamePro's Street Fighter II Strategy Guide, and it says it's the official. So I don't know, you know, if they had their license. I don't see Capcom's name anywhere on here, but this is the Championship Edition. Now the funny thing is, and look, it was like $10, and then it's crazy. The funny thing about this, look at all their faces. These people they're all fucking pissed. Look, Blanka's pissed, Guile's pissed, E Honda's pissed, Chun-Li, she's fucking pissed. And then you flip over on the back, fucking pissed. The only person that like has their eyes open, I'm assuming, is Dalsim, but I think he's blind to begin with, or just doesn't have eyes. I mean, look, freaking Ken looks like he could be singing in like a rock band or a hair metal band. He's like, why are they so pissed? I don't get it. And some of these fucking pictures. All right, here, look at this. So they did character art. They did character art for all. They did character art for all the fighters. They kind of like made them like they're human, like they could be like down the street living in an apartment or something. Check that shit out. Hey, look, I'm fucking Guile. I think the funniest one though. Where is it? It's fucking Ryu. His is just god awful. I don't know how they made the flagship fucking character look retarded. Like beyond, he looks like he is a mongoloid. Like, look at that shit. Dirt. I like, did they reuse the same face on every fucking person? Like, cause it looks like almost like Guile's face. And what the fuck is his hand? He's like doing the robot. Do 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 the robot. Do 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 do. God awful. So that was a buck. I mean, it's just whatever. If you don't know how to play Street Fighter 2 by now, you probably don't know how to play any of the fighting games. So, unless you've only ever played like Soul Calibur or something, you don't know like half circle forward. But anyways, and there are probably people out there that haven't, so I'm not knocking on you. I'm just saying this is. The other two I picked up that weren't, you know, they were a buck. I think I have, well, I had one of these games and I have the other one. They're both official, so I thought that was pretty cool. The first one is the Pokemon Gold and Silver Pokedex. It's not the strategy guide, at least not what I remember. It's just a Pokedex. It tells you everything you want to know about freaking Pokemon. Like, oh my god, what about my, what the fucking, I don't know, Dratini. Look at Dratini. Those are all his stats. Why you would want to need to know that, I don't know, man, but there are people out there that definitely need to. I guess it's kind of cool, so if you wanted to evolve your Pokemon to get different abilities. I only ever played Pokemon Red. That was the only game I ever played all the way through. So that's about as far as I ever got into Pokemon. The other one I picked up is for an N64 Pokemon game, and that is Pokemon Snap. And it's pretty thin, because I guess it's just an on-rails kind of game. But, you know, kind of cool. Whatever. I'll probably just end up giving some of this shit away. I have two people in mind that I'm probably going to get these games, or strategy guides to, because I have no desire to have two Pokemon strategy guides. But I will keep this one. Now, this is the one I was surprised was only $1. Because it's a Squaresoft game. It's a Final Fantasy game. And, you know, it's not in the greatest condition, but, I mean, it still was only $1. Final Fantasy VIII. The complete, the official strategy guide. It's by Brady Games, and apparently, I guess there was, you know, they didn't have a Best Buy up where I lived, so I'm trying to think back to when, you know, Final Fantasy VIII came out. Yeah, I'm only used to, like, Best Buys as of, like, 2000 and whatever. So that's kind of cool that they had, you know, stuff like this, I guess. So yeah, it's, you know, it's just everything. It's got your bestiary and, you know, all the levels and shit. But I never actually finished this game. I would like to finish it. I don't have my, actually I might still have my save file. And I can't even remember where I'm at. I'm trying to get Alexander, the Esper. That's where I know I'm at. But again, if I can even find my save file, I don't think I have that that memory card anymore, so that sucks. So I'd have to start all the way over from the beginning, and you know, the old Final Fantasy games, especially 7 and 8 and 9, you can put some serious time into those games, and then to lose all that data kind of gets very, very frustrating, very discouraging, and kind of just makes you not want to ever play the game ever again. But I still might. So it's good to have that. And for $1, you can't beat that. But the last thing that I picked up from his store was an actual action figure. I don't really collect these anymore. I thought it was just funny that it was only $1. And the interesting thing about this, or at least to my knowledge, there are only 2 of these people in the entire universe that this takes place. So the universe that takes place in Star Wars. Now, if you know Star Wars, then you know who Mace Windu is. If you know Mace Windu, then you know who he's played by in the movies, huh? Yeah, you do. It's motherfucking Sam Jackson. I am tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. classic. Yes, there are only, to my knowledge, and I'm probably wrong, there are only 2 black people in the entire Star Wars universe. There's Billy D. Williams, who is Lando Calrissian, and you have Samuel L. Jackson as Mace Windu, the only black Jedi. It was only $1. So the only other thing I picked up that weekend was a Craigslist deal. It was Sunday. Me and my wife were eating lunch, and I'm always looking at Craigslist. So I saw this posting for a handheld, which I didn't have, really wanted, but didn't want to pay, not $350. Didn't want to pay $150 for the system, which is what it retails for. So I saw it for half that price. It was only $75, and apparently it's in immaculate condition. Apparently, what the kid told me is that his father said that he got it for his birthday, which was that year, and he didn't really play it. And he had a bunch of Pokemon games, but I think he said he wanted like $20 for the games, and I said, that's what they go for, but I'm not really interested in Pokemon anyways. If I could have gotten them for like $5 a piece, I probably would have picked them up, because I could easily have sold them for $20 a piece. But I picked up, finally, got my hands on a Nintendo 3DS. It's the black one, and yeah, it's really cool. It came with, this is a DS case that I bought at GameStop for 99 cents. But it came with a one that he had, which was a blue one, which was kind of like a canvas, and this one's kind of like patent leather. But yeah, I wonder if it even shows up. Can you see the 3D? Can you? It's cool. I've only ever had one game for this. I had I've been sitting on this game for over a year now. I picked up Super Mario Land 3D. And I just didn't have a 3DS. Now I knew I was probably going to get one day, but I didn't know when. I never had one, so $75. I thought it was a no-brainer. It came with the the AC adapter too, so it didn't have a stylus, and it didn't have an internal memory card. But I'm not really too worried about stylus. I have an internal memory card now that I had found lying around. And playing some of the demos, that's pretty cool. And the 3D it's not too bad. I was trying to play it with Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, and for that type of game, if you move it like that way, you kind of can get like just a little bit of the 3D and then nothing, so it kind of disappears. So I don't know, for a game like that where it's like giant ass monsters chasing you, gets really frantic. Probably not the best, so, but I'm still testing it out, and I'll probably get bored of the 3D gimmick, like I'm bored of the Wii U. What a waste. But today, I actually picked up a couple of things. I found out that there was a Goodwill kind of 10-15 minutes away from where I work, which is a little bit closer to where I live, and actually they had... It's sandwiched in between 2 antique stores, and on the end is a Saint Vincent de Paul, or Saint Vinny's, and so that was kind of cool. It's like 4 shops that I went through, and wouldn't have had, time during my lunch break to do. But I went to the Goodwill, and I looked in the back. They didn't really have anything. I did pick this up though. It's a Logitech USB. Controller. I just sent one of these to my buddy Bob with another one that didn't have the analog sticks, but yeah, I don't know if you can hear that, but it triggers. It's pretty much like a PS2 controller, and it works really great for PC games. I've only ever used it to play the original Halo when I was on deployment. And I completely fucking owned people, because I'm not used to playing on a PC or a laptop, so I definitely had the advantage when I was using this. And that was only, I think it was, what, $2.92, so They had a couple of PlayStation 1 and a couple other ones, but they wanted like $5 a piece for them. It's just not worth it. But this is probably the coolest thing that I picked up, aside from the 3DS, of course. So I went into one of the antique stores, which, you know, it's set up like a flea market, but it's pretty much just all like gaudy, you know, 1920s, 1930s shit everywhere. It's just like, you know, it's really eclectic stuff. So I wasn't expecting to find any video game stuff, which I didn't, you know, but they had some CDs and some DVDs, but no games and whatever. But they did have a soundtrack to a game. And I can't remember where I saw this, but it must have been on someone's review, because you know, they said, hey, it was such a good game that they, you know, just came out with a CD for it. The game was Tempest 2000, and this is the soundtrack from it. So, I mean, that was like, I was looking through a stack of, you know, CDs, and what do you know? I don't even know how. Yeah, well, anyways, you know, out of the corner of my eye, you won't be able to see this. This thing is not going to focus, but right here it said Atari, and I'm like, wait, Atari CDs? No. And then I was like, oh shit, is this a Jaguar CD game? Because, you know, it says Jaguar, and I was like, oh fuck, wow, I got, you know, I don't own the Jaguar or even the fucking CD attachment, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool though. It was like $3. I mean, I was hoping it was only $1, but I mean, when are you ever gonna find this? You know, you could probably find it on eBay, but I'm sure it's probably not as common. So, yeah, that was cool. So I picked that up, and that was everything for like the last week, and for today at least. It's been kind of slim. I did go to a lot of thrift stores yesterday, but man, they just didn't have crap. And then I went to Best Buy, and I was going to pick something up. And they have, like, I don't know if anyone has a Wii U, but they do have Batman, what is it, the Arkham City, the powered up edition, and it's only like $30. And I was debating on getting it, but I already have it for the Xbox 360, so, I mean, I haven't even turned the fucking Wii U on in a month. I'm like addicted to crack for Far Cry 3. I can't tell you how many hours I have logged in it, and I'm only on mission 3, but I've pretty much crafted all the weapons, holsters, the ammunition pouches, and unlocked all the weapons that you can from the radio towers, and pretty much I'm just going to focus now on all the side missions, and then when I want the game to end, I'll end it. It's just so easy to get sidetracked, and it's just so much fun to venture out. I hate when you're confined to progressing in the story, so I'm probably going to play some of that right after this. The only other thing I can say is the system that I brought in that I'm thinking about selling, because I want to get, there's 3 games from Time Walk Games that I want to purchase. Complete in box, which they're $95 a piece. So it's going to run me in excess of over, you know, $290+. The games that I want are the, what is it, Bahamut Lagoon, Secret of Mana 2, which is like, I can't even pronounce it. It's like Denetsu, whatever. And the last one is the Rudra Saga. I probably didn't pronounce that right either. But they're complete, you know, it's cool. The maps, the instruction manual, the box, the cart, it's all translated in English. And there are 3 really good RPGs that we just never got here in the States. So I'd like to get those, but they have a couple like Final Fantasy tweaks too, like the Final Fantasy IV, and then they have, I might, you know, I don't know about those. So I want to just get those 3, and we'll go from there. But I'm trying to sell, If anyone's interested, please PM me. I'm trying to sell my Neo Geo CD system. Comes with 6 games, if I can remember them off the top of my head. It's Mahjong Story, King of the Fighters 97, Last Blade 1, Last Blade 2, what are the other ones? Super Baseball 2020, and Samurai Spirits 2. And it comes with the regular joypad, and it also comes with an arcade stick, and it comes with the AC adapter, it comes with the AB cables, and it also comes with an S-video cable. This one, the system is special though because it has a toggle switch on the back that you could flick depending on if you want to have English text or Japanese text. So I'm looking to sell that to get some cash so that I can purchase some of those games. And yeah, so I had some interest in it, but really flaky. So if anyone's really interested, just again PM me and maybe we can work something out. But this is going on way too long. Comments below, guys. I hope you enjoyed the music that was provided by the Tempest 2000 soundtrack. And yeah, hopefully I'll have some more in the future, but as of right now, that's it, really. I'm not having anything else coming on eBay. I've been selling some stuff on eBay to get that money to get those games, because they are expensive. But as always, yeah, guys, thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe, follow me on Facebook. I know I'm not really a die-hard social media guy. But I try to keep up, and I try to comment on everyone else. But as always, thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned.